Rosa Parks was born Rosa Louise McCauley in 1913. While growing up in Montgomery, Alabama, she attended segregated schools. In 1923, while in the 11th grade, she left school to attend to her sick grandmother, and she never returned to finish high school, but instead started working in a shirt factory. In 1932, she married a barber, Raymond Parks, who is an active member of the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the NAACP. With her husband's support, Rosa returned and finished her high school degree in 1933, and soon after became active in civil rights issues and joined the NAACP in 1943, serving as secretary to the president of the organization, E.D. Nixon. On December 1st, 1955, 3 weeks after Doc Brown invented time travel, slight digression. After a long day at work, Rosa Parks boarded the Cleveland Avenue bus for home. She took a seat in the first of several rows designated for colored passengers. The Montgomery, Alabama Code required all public transportation to be segregated, and that bus drivers had the powers of a police officer over the city while in actual charge of any bus for the purposes of carrying out the provisions of the code. If a bus filled up and a white passenger needed a seat, the driver could request a colored person to give up their seat to the white passenger. And if that request was refused, the driver could have the colored person removed and arrested. As Rosa rode home, the bus filled, and a white dude wanted her chair.
Get up out my seat, Negro woman. I'm a white man. It's my chair.
Rosa, at that moment, wasn't concerned that her next actions and words would have a profound effect on future generations. She was tired after a long day at work, and in a polite, southern manner, looked at the white dude and said,
But I ain't moved from this chair. I work my black off. I'm gonna sit here.
Well, the white man was so upset, he went to get the bus driver and report the abuse he just suffered at the hands of Rosa Parks.
I'm gonna go tell the bus driver on you.
Rosa was then taken off the bus and arrested and put in jail. When word of her arrest reached the NAACP president and civil rights activist E.D. Nixon, his reply was swift and focused. Oh, no. We gotta do something about this shit. On the evening Rosa was arrested, Nixon began plans to organize a boycott of the Montgomery City buses. A few days later, community leaders gathered and formed the Montgomery Improvement Association and elected a newcomer, Martin Luther King Jr., to lead it. They believed that Rosa's case provided an excellent opportunity to take further action to create real change. Over the next 382 days, over 40,000 colored commuters refused to ride the bus. I ain't getting on that bus. Although there are no real estimates of how much money the bus system lost during this year-long boycott, it's pretty safe to say it was a shit ton. In June of 1956, the courts declared Alabama's racial segregation laws for public transportation unconstitutional. Although the city appealed, they eventually lost that battle when the Supreme Court upheld the lower court ruling on November 13, 1956. That would be a year and 8 days after Doc Brown invented time travel. I know, another digression. Sorry. With the transit system and downtown businesses suffering financial loss, the city of Montgomery had no choice but to lift the law requiring segregation on public buses. In order for democracy to be politically correct, all of its citizens must be treated equally and given the same opportunities. Without equality, democracy doesn't exist. Rosa Parks understood this concept.
Democracy rules!
Oh, sorry. Are we supposed to be taking this serious? No, we're good.